Hey everybody, so I just want to show you a digital marketing screen that we've been having a look at over the past few weeks. So this is just a bog standard sort of TV display, and if we look at the back of it, what we've got is there's a Visa mount here, and we've broken out on a plate. We've got a Raspberry Pi sitting there in a little box. We've got a wall mount for it here. And then we've got an HDMI cable going through that's sort of mounted onto the side of the screen, if you can see that. So all pretty straightforward, really. Now, if I lift that up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to power the Raspberry Pi here, and you'll start to see this boot up. And what we've got is we've got an image from a company called Balena, who I do some work with quite closely. And they're basically a sort of cloud connectivity and update provider. So what we're seeing is the operating system image boot up now, and you'll see their little splash screen pop up any time now, because this is a sort of pretty standard vanilla image. And what this lets us do is, there you go. And what this lets us do is it lets us run application containers on devices in a really easy manner. So this digital screen, effectively, what I want it to be is like a kiosk mode browser, so that we can display pretty much anything that a browser could display on the wall of a small to medium sized enterprise. And Bob's your uncle. If we can do that, then we're winning. So this is now sort of bringing up that browser container, and it's connecting out onto the interwebs. And shortly you'll see that it comes up with a slideshow which we've prepared for a local business. They asked us if we could help them out. They're a butcher's business, and they wanted to be able to put their offers on the wall regularly. And this is exactly what we're doing. So we've got this slideshow that is just going to sit there displaying on a loop inside the building. It needs a little bit of editing, as you can see, because we've taken this from one of their printed flyers. But then what we'll be able to do is just have this going. They've got some recipes, and off we go. So around and around. Now you'd be saying to yourself, okay, but what happens if we need to change this content? What do we do if, probably weekly, they're going to want to change the prices, change the offers, get people engaged? What would the process be for that? Well, funnily enough, we've had a bit of a think about that, and if I can show you how we're currently doing things, what I've got here is I've got Google Slides. Doesn't have to be Google Slides, but that's what we're using at the moment. And you can see we've got a simple slide deck, which is what is being displayed on the screen. Now, in the best traditions of Blue Peter, here's a slide I prepared earlier. And what we're going to do is show you that this can also play video, and who doesn't like Rick Astley? So this slide is automatically published to the web by Google. So that's sitting there. And all we got to do is to go into our Balena dashboard, which is, as I told you, they're providing the cloud connectivity for us. And I'm going to restart the browser service that's running on the device. So that's happening now. And what you'll see is there's some communication going on, and Balena is now taking down the Docker container that runs the browser. That's gone, and it's restarting that. So that's going to come up with a bit of luck. And when it comes up, it's going to reconnect out to the web, and it's going to update, and it's going to pull down the new slideshow. So we will see our existing slides for the chicken fillet offers and ribeye steaks and all that good stuff, which I'm sure is making you hungry, as it's making me hungry. And then what we'll do is we'll get through to hopefully seeing that we have a new slide added to the end of these. And we're getting there. I think we've got one more slide after this recipe slide to show. I have these on I think it's like a 10-second loop, but it's trivial to change how fast or slow these display. It's all completely configurable. And then touch wood, here we go. We're now going to see the man himself, Rick, doing his thing. Now, could you wish for anything more fun on your butcher shop display? It's just buffering up. Once it's gone through the first display of this, that will all be cached locally on the device, so you won't have that delay again. But I think you can see that essentially we've got a really powerful, really flexible, easily manageable, low-cost digital media display that you could put into an SME very, very easily. So if anybody fancies having a go at this and being the second install, please do give me a shout. Thank you. This has been Alex Lennon at Dynamic Devices.